This is the AB4WS radio show. Every week, bringing you the exciting amateur radio news and information happening in the greater Cincinnati, Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana areas.
The AB4WS radio show can be found on the Apple Podcast app or your favorite podcast application. And now also available on the AB4WS radio show YouTube channel. Are you interested in getting your amateur radio license, but the self-study methods just aren't working for you? Or are you looking to upgrade your general or extra and want some structured instruction? Well, the Okayan Amateur Radio Society and the Queen City Emergency Net will again present training for all classes of ham radio licenses. The sessions for tech and extra will take place on Saturday morning starting March 1st and continuing through Saturday, April 5th. Tech sessions will run from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and the extra sessions will run from 9 a.m. until noon. For those wishing to upgrade to general class, the sessions will take place on Monday evenings from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. starting on March 3rd and continuing to April 7th. An exam session will be held on Saturday, April 12th. All these sessions will be held at the Red Cross Building, 2111 Dane Avenue in Cincinnati, Ohio. For more information, contact W8WTD. Jim Osborne, KA4AOU, has become a silent key. Jim, 86 years of age, was from Perry County, Kentucky. Our condolences to his family and friends. A great article was published in several local newspapers for the Harrison County Amateur Radio Club, written by Keith Clifford, KO4BWJ. Great job. The Greater Louisville Hamfest Association is looking for enthusiastic men and women who hold an amateur radio's license and are interested in organizing, promoting, and working at the Greater Louisville Hamfest 2025. These Hamfests are only great when the volunteers like you show up and put in the effort. The Greater Louisville Hamfest has a long track record of having great Hamfests because of their volunteers. Step up and contribute to your hobby. And if you're interested in volunteering for the event, email volunteers@louisvillehamfest.com. Would you like to win a radio simply by being a net control station for a net? Well, the Northern Kentucky Amateur Radio Club is getting serious on encouraging all members to take a turn as net control for the weekly net on the 146.79, the WB4VOA repeater with a PL tone of 123.0, by giving away a Quansheng K5 radio with the F4WHN firmware already installed, donated by Doug Cooper, KE4DTC. You can win this by volunteering for net control and net logger duty sometime between January 1st and March 31st. Each volunteer will get a chance to win the radio for each control session or net logger duties they perform. The winner will be drawn and announced at the April club meeting. Give yourself a chance to win. Volunteer to be net control or net logger by emailing the net manager, Al, WB8RGE, at WB8RGE@gmail.com. You know a ham radio operator between the age of 15 and 25 years of age? Well, the camper application period opened up back in December at youthontheair.org for the Youth on the Air Camp for the Americas, June 15th through the 20th, 2025 in the Denver area of Thornton, Colorado. Eligible youth are licensed amateur radio operators between the age of 15 and 25. Up to 50 campers will be accepted and priority be given for first-time attendees. For more information about the event, go to youthontheair.org/Denver 2025 or contact Camp Director Neil Rapp, WB9VPG at director@youthontheair.org. Celebrating their 14th year anniversary, the Brunch Bunch will be meeting on February 8th at 1 p.m. at the West Side Strong's Brick Oven Pizzeria, 6166 Bridgetown Road in Mac, near Bridgetown and Taylor Roads. Come meet up with the group and congratulate them with a pizza lunch. On February 16th at 7 p.m. is the Newcomer and Elmer's Net on the Okayan Amateur Radio Society 146.670 repeater with a PL tone of 123.0, where Robert, K4PKM, will talk about amateur radio on a budget. February 17th at 7 p.m., the Northern Kentucky Amateur Radio Club will meet at the Bethesda Community Church, 989 East Mount Zion Road in Independence, Kentucky. On February 18th at 6 p.m. Central Time, there'll be a National Weather Service Skywarn Storm Spotter training class at the CFSB Bank Community Room, 414 South 12th Street in Murray, Kentucky. Registration is required at weather.gov/PAH/spotter training. For more information, contact the Emergency Management Director, Josh Kerr.
Repeater New.
Are you looking for the most up-to-date list of repeaters in the greater Cincinnati area? Well, I have an Excel spreadsheet where I've listed repeaters that are active in the area, separated by tabs for each band or mode, so you can easily look for just DMR repeaters or 2-meter analog repeaters and so on. The list includes 2 meters, 220, 440, 6 meters, D-Star, DMR, C4FM, P25, and some other classifications. Every time I update the file, I include the date and the file name so that you know you have the latest update. To download the file, go to the AB4WS Radio Show Facebook page and go to the file section and download the file. If you're not on Facebook, email me at ab4ws.radio@gmail.com and I can email you the latest file. If you see any errors, problems, additions, or corrections, email that information to ab4ws.radio@gmail.com. David, 84cc of the WW4KY Group, reports that he has made some repairs on the 224.400 repeater with a PL tune of 100 Hz, and it's back on the air again, ready for the little event on Wednesday nights, right before the big event. The K4KJQ Bluegrass Amateur Radio Society DMR repeater on 442.7625 with a color code of 1 is back on the air and able to be used to check into the Thursday night Kentucky DMR net at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The latency issue with the repeater has been corrected. Please report any issues to W9KHZ.
Hamfest.
February 8th is the 13th annual Handfest of Hendricks County from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the Hendricks County Fairgrounds and Conference Center, 1900 East Main Street in Danville, Indiana. Talk in on the 147.015 repeater with an 88.5 PL tone. For more information, go to n9hc.org. On February 22nd, 2025, the Livonia, Michigan Amateur Radio Club is having a swap and shop event at 8 a.m. to noon at the Ward Church Knox Hall, 40,000 6 Mile Road in Northville, Michigan. For more information, go to livoniaarc.com. On March 9, 2025, is the Northern Ohio Amateur Radio Society Winter Hamfest 2025 at the Lorain County Community College John Spitzer Conference Center, Research Room, 1005 North Abbey Road in Elyria, Ohio, from 9 a.m. to noon. For more information, go to www.noars.net. On March 16, 2025, the Toledo Mobile Radio Association will hold Hamfest 2025 from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Owens Community College Student Health and Activity Center, 7315 Championship Drive in Perrysburg, Ohio. For more information, go to w8hhf.org. The 69th annual Hamfest Electronic and Computer Show will be held on April 5th, 2025 at the Medio & Sons Party Center, 48 East Bath Street in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more information, go to cfarc-hamfest.org. April 12th is the Rio Grande, Ohio Hamfest at the Fellowship of Faith Church, 20344 State Route 554 in Bidwell, Ohio. Tickets are now on sale for the Dayton Hamvention, May 16th, 17th, and 18th, 2025 at the Greene County Fairgrounds in Xenia, Ohio. The 2025 theme is Radio Independence, celebrating the evolution and freedom of radio in today's world. For more information, go to hamvention.org.
Are you looking to upgrade your license? Do you have someone else that's interested in the hobby? Here are some upcoming exam opportunities.
The Milford Amateur Radio Club holds amateur radio testing on the third Thursday of each month at 6 p.m. at the Miami Township Civic Center, 6101 Meyer Drive in Milford, Ohio. Please pre-register at milfordhamradio.org. The Dayton Amateur Radio Association has exams frequently. For their exam schedule, email exams.w8bi@gmail.com. On February 8th at 10 a.m., the Westchester Amateur Radio Association will host an amateur radio exam session at the Voice of America Museum, 8070 Tylersville Road in Westchester, Ohio. Please pre-register at hamstudy.org/session/WC8VOA. On February 17th at 5:30 p.m., the Northern Kentucky Amateur Radio Club will hold an amateur radio exam session at the Bethesda Community Church, 989 East Mount Zion Road in Independence, Kentucky. You must register by emailing Mark Volstead, AI4BJ@MVOLSTAD@TWC.com. On March 4th at 7 p.m., the Southern Kentucky Amateur Radio Transmitting Society in Logan County, Kentucky will hold an amateur radio exam session at the Logan County Search and Rescue Building, 101 North Thurston Drive in Russellville, Kentucky. Pre-register by emailing Bob, WB2UBW, at RHARRIS283@ATT.net. On April 1st at 7 p.m., the Southern Kentucky Amateur Radio Transmitting Society in Logan County, Kentucky will hold an amateur radio exam session at the Logan County Search and Rescue Building, 101 North Thurston Drive in Russellville, Kentucky. Pre-register by emailing Bob, WB2UBW, at RHARRIS283 at AT&T.net. Special thanks to this week's content contributors: W8WTD, WX4GPS, KN4COE, KY4GW, WB8YYS, KD8ZLD, K9HIO, and 8LAR, K4NKU.
If you have something you think other amateur radio operators in the area would be interested in, send the information or your recorded audio file attached in an email to ab4ws.radio@gmail.com.
Covering your amateur radio news and information in the greater Cincinnati, Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana tri-state area. This is Jack Prindle, AB4WS, normally in Big Bone, Kentucky, but this week coming to you from sunny Florida.